Randi. It's
Hi.
been so good to share the day with you.
It's
Thank you so
great.
much.
Thank you. I love meeting awesome entrepreneurs like you guys.
Thank you.
It's wonderful.
I was really interested today when you were talking about resilience. That's
Yes.
something that's quite personal to both Peter and myself because in our business, the Workplace Mental Health Institute, we train organizations around how to improve the mental health and well-being of their employees.
Yeah.
So often that comes down to skills for resilience.
Yes.
So I guess I wanted to ask you a little bit about what your experience has been, why it's important for workplaces to make sure that their people are able to, be at their best even when there's challenges at work or at home.
Absolutely. I think
They're
it's
gonna come
so important because first of all, we're in this cultural time of burnout, of people, people say, I didn't sleep last night or I worked so hard, and it's like a badge of honor to work yourself to death. I don't know why it is, but people seem to value, you're hardcore. And that means that people don't take their vacation. They're glued to their devices 24 hours a day. There's no mental health space or me time in the day. And that just means we're driving ourselves to burnout. We have entire companies that are filled with employees who are on the brink of burnout. And that's why I think it's so important what you guys are doing, because if someone is burnt out, how are they going to address the big challenge that comes their way in the workforce?
Exactly. So that's got an impact on the productivity of the
the bottom line of the
organization
company.
and how
Absolutely.
Customer service is another thing I've seen as well.
Yes.
When suddenly they're not happy at work, so they're because of that burnout, so they're being not treating their staff, their clients in the way that they should be, and
That's
then that
right.
has the impact.
So what I like about the Resilience one-day course that we deliver, that's my favorite. Out of all of them, it's my favorite. Because I can see the change when people actually get to stop, and breathe for the first time. Like intentional breathing, it's just like the whole demeanor changes, and it's like a little spark comes in their eyes.
Yeah.
Now these are people that are in the workplace, because we deliver in the workplace, and all of a sudden the whole work concept changes for them. But it's true what you were saying. I mean, we have been taught that high achieving people like yourself, they work. That's not what you do. I mean, what do you do to keep sane?
I definitely work a lot, but for me, it's about achieving that balance. So if I'm going to be working so much one week, then I build time into my calendar that I write do not schedule into my calendar
But do you
in
keep
big
it?
blocks.
That's the question.
And I try really hard to keep it.
Because I write it in, but sometimes I don't keep it.
I know, it's hard. It's a work in progress, but I think, it's really important to take that me time to breathe. I mean, this morning we were on the top of a mountain, and it's so beautiful, and you look down and all of a sudden you think, okay, all these things that I took so seriously about my business, like in the big scheme of looking at a mountain, suddenly they feel manageable. And we don't get that 30,000 foot view of our own lives enough. So like you said, taking that time to breathe and to learn how to take a step back from it is so important. I think it's really fantastic what you're doing, and the fact that you're able to boil it to a one-day course is amazing.
No, we were like 3 days.
We
really.
talked for 3 weeks about it, but how do you share that with your team? So how do you impart to them how they can look after themselves?
Yes, I think, first of all, a lot of the teams that I've seen that do this really effectively, I recently worked with a team that on Saturdays shuts off the company email, because even if you try to send one, it doesn't go through until Sunday. So it's kind of a forced unplug for everyone in the company.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm not saying that every company needs to go that drastic, but I think people really need to think about, especially if you're the boss, your employees take their cues from you. They look at your behavior and your own balance and your own resiliency, and they're going to take cues from that. So I think it's really important, especially for people at the top level of a company, to take a course like this to make sure that they're setting a good tone.
Right. And to really understand that when we stop and we give our brain a break, because that's exactly what we're doing. Productivity increases, even though it feels counterintuitive, it's actually increasing, and you get better creativity and innovation.
That's great. Well,
thank you.
Thank you. I think it's wonderful what you guys are doing, and I hope that maybe some of your wisdom has rubbed off on me so I can be more resilient.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.